Hi, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom for this upcoming week of October 19th through October 25th, 2024. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. I'd like to thank everyone who has liked, shared, subscribed to my Claire Candy Hoff YouTube channel. And if you want to become a subscriber, it's absolutely free, and you get notified as to when I upload new videos. I want to thank everyone who has made donations for my free content. If you'd like to donate, I have left my PayPal link in the description box down below, along with all of my contact details. Now, here on Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we sometimes pull runes, Lenormand cards, tarot, and oracle cards, but we always start off by looking where? Into the astrological heavens to see what planetary and celestial energies will be affecting the collective. Now, we are still very much under the influence of that full moon in the fiery, determined sign of Aries that occurred a few days ago on October the 17th. Now, especially empaths and people who are sensitive pick up the energies of the full moon or the new moon, sometimes weeks before, and certainly we are still under the influence of that full moon in Aries, of those energies for at least another 5 days to a week. But this is the ending, the official ending of eclipse season for this year. No more. We're finished with all of those energies. Now, this Aries full moon, it was very intense and still is with its fiery energies. Mars is the ruler of Aries, and under this full moon, Mars is very active. It's very volatile. Also, Pluto, which is the planet of death and rebirth, is very active as well. Now, this is causing a great deal of tension to be built up, and it's making us feel as if we are very antsy, as if we need to take action, as if we are sensing like something needs to shift, something needs to feel as if we need to make things happen in our lives. It's a great time for resolution, as full moons are generally a time of completion, and they feel like a sort of wrapping up of energy. Now, take some time to see how this full moon's energies is playing out in your life. And because it's action-based, it wants us to take some sort of action. It even could be like dancing around your living room. It could be by exercising, by doing some sort of movement, but make some kind of movement towards something that you can action. Now, last week, my angelic family, who I'm part of, were called the Posse of Angels. The Posse of Angels, and I mentioned last week about how over the next 6 weeks, there will be many in the collective who will be signing contracts, stepping into leadership roles, stepping up in higher positions of authority. This may bring forth the signing and negotiating of contracts, perhaps entering a whole new field, meeting new influential people who are aligned with, and this might entail a move to a new city, a new state, perhaps even to another country. People will be sought after for their expertise and their authority in a field. Now, all of this will be setting the stage for the new theater of our lives to begin in Scorpio season. Now, the reason for this, there is an underlying reason for all of this, and it's that Chiron is very active. It's providing influence under this full moon. Now, we've spoken about Chiron many times, about how it is called the wounded healer. And there are these wounds that we carry are most prominent for us to work through in a lifetime in our present incarnation. Now, this Chiron energy that we write into the contract of our book of life, held in the Akashic records, it's designed to help us, although it may not appear to help us in any way. For it actually acts like a portal of power. For instance, many in the collective were brought up being controlled, being dominated and belittled and silenced when they tried to express their needs, their desires, and their opinions. This resulted in seeing the expression of their wants and needs as insignificant and not valued. And as a result, many shut themselves down accordingly when it came to expressing themselves. We then co-created with Spirit. For a myriad of instances where we were given the opportunity to speak up for ourselves unashamedly and without restraint, to use our power of expression and to use it freely. Now, whether we did or we did not choose to express ourselves freely, that was our free will and that was our free choice. But Chiron is now helping us to channel what we need to face, to make ourselves vulnerable by bringing us opportunities to step into speaking roles. These could be roles of teaching others or healing roles. Under the fiery determination and the will of both Aries and Mars energies, many will now feel empowered with an enormous sense of liberation and freedom to finally be heard. Now, the posse of angels, here they come, they're saying the most important part of all of this is truly not for others to hear us, but it is for us to hear ourselves expressing our most authentic self without any restraint or constraint. Now, Chiron reminds us that we deliberately contracted for this to be our wound in order for us to triumph over it. Many will do that, as I said, by teaching and passing along knowledge and information, stepping into this power of expression. So, use the power of Chiron. Use the power of your wounds to see what comes up for you at this time in order for you to feel liberated, victorious, and free. Our wounding most often gives us fuel to go beyond any illusion or programming of limitation to a breakthrough into an expanded, powerful version of ourselves. The posse of angels is guaranteeing that each one of us is not carrying around this wound by happen chance, but it's a vital part of our soul's growth, and at this point in the Earth's ascension timeline, the stepping into the challenge of transcending that wound will bring about our soul's highest potential. And it opens ourselves up to receive a much-needed puzzle piece to contribute our part in helping Earth's ascension into her new era of light. From October 16th, just a few days ago, through tomorrow, October 19th, we'll be experiencing the Arcturus Gateway, and it opens a channel into higher dimensional downloads that will lead to upgrades in our energetic frequency and powerful shifts in the physical body. It is through this gateway that we are able to align with the energy of Arcturus, which is 25 times bigger than the sun, making us able to receive massive, massive amounts of light into the physical body. This light energy will enter through our crown, traveling through and deeply affecting and opening up our throat chakra as it settles in the back of our heart chakra. Visualize this energy as a beautiful, brilliant, bright blue column of light descending from the heavens and lifting our moods and multiplying our joy, multiplying our energies to align with prosperity and speaking our truth. Now, in addition to healing and awakening, our spiritual awakening, this period is particularly auspicious for manifestation. The alignment of the sun with Arcturus amplifies our creative potential, making it an ideal time for setting intentions and manifesting our desires, especially under this super full moon. Now, just a heads up. One of the biggest, if not the biggest energies that will occur is coming up in November. It's that 20 years, after 20 years, Pluto will finally be getting out of Capricorn and entering Aquarius. These past years for many in the collective were not only disappointing, but they were harrowing. They were traumatic and distressing, as many of us experienced disappointment after disappointment. And no matter whether we took action or not, whether we visualized or not, whether we meditated, prayed, or even created projects or endeavored to showcase our abilities and talents, it didn't seem to take. And even though we are letting go of something that we have been building on for the past 20 years, the posse of angels is assuring us that we are now strong like tungsten steel, having weathered many storms and many disappointments, and we have all the necessary ingredients to make our next big thing an absolutely overwhelming success. As Pluto transitions into Aquarius in mid-November, it will stay there for 19 years. This will be a time when we will be offered something where we can take all that we've learned and apply it with great success. Now, some out there, the posse of angels are saying, you might be asking why this massive amount of energy is occurring now. Why didn't it occur before? And most succinctly, why now? Because simply we were not ready for it. The world was not ready for us. That's because with everything that we've been through, individually and collectively, we are being prepared specifically for sudden breakthroughs, blessings, and they are saying, in no uncertain terms, we are ready for miracles. Now, the posse of angels would say, get yourself prepared. But then again, they're quickly adding that there is no way to prepare for what's coming in, as things can instantly happen, which will completely change the trajectory of our lives in a very, very grand way indeed. Don't ever underestimate the power or doubt the power of sudden blessings, and that's why they are called miracles. Miracles are very real. They're natural. And many in the collective are now vibrationally and energetically aligned to experience these divinely orchestrated breakthroughs. So, when I asked the posse of angels which card deck to go for today, they said only one. And they're saying it's been a long time. I can't even remember the last time we did a traditional Celtic cross here on Walking Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom. And they want me to pull one card from my Angel Healing House tarot deck to put aside. And after we read from the original, there we go. People like to see which deck I'm using, the Tarot Original 1909. Then we will see which card is going to be hidden away and to see what are the messages it could give us to tie the reading together. Okay, so let's do a big shuffle. Oh, I just looked under the deck and it was the sun. Okay, no more peekaboo. Here we go. Okay, let's ask. And of course, this is a general reading. If you would like a more specific reading for your individualized life and the life that you're creating, please go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. And on there are a whole list of my services for you to look over, call to find out more information, and even to book a session for your own reading, perhaps Reiki healing session through distant healing to anywhere in the universe. Those motion code sessions, which are wonderful for healing our ancestral lines. And okay, one more big shuffle. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3. And that top card is going to be put over there, and we will save it for later. Okay, well, let's go to the 1909 original tarot deck and see what we can have. Okay, hope everyone's well. Oh my gosh, the temperatures where we are getting cooler, and the trees are changing into their magnificent autumn wardrobe of burgundies and reds and oranges and yellows. It's just spectacular to see. So I hope you're well where you are if you have incurred those devastating winds and the flooding from those hurricanes. Our hearts go out to you, and we are sending our prayers of healing and comfort and love and, of course, peace, so that these things are not perpetuated in the future. Okay, let's see. One more shuffle, and then we will choose 1, 2, 3. Our first card is our general situation. What a card to start off with. We've got the world. The world tells us, just like this full moon, that we have come to a completion of a cycle, and we are about to step into a new cycle. And the world is one that says the world is now at your feet. You've learned your lessons. You've learned the wisdom, or remembered the wisdom and the knowledge. And now to take that and not say, well, been there, done that, I've done that. Now what's new? But to take that knowledge and to take that wisdom into, could be a brand new area, could be an area that's aligned with what you do, but it's also with every ending, there is a new beginning, and you're about to step in to something very, very new. The posse of angels are also saying that this, what is, will be offered to many in the collective, is fated. It is your destiny. And whether you knew it or not, that's what you have been working towards. You've been working towards this Arcturus gateway with all that you've done to receive these massive downloads, which will lead to upgrades in our consciousness, and for us to be stepping onto a brand new path, because we've completed our former mission. Next card that we have is either helping or hindering us, and these two cards came out stuck together. They're just what I call the peanut butter and jelly cards, although I don't eat peanut butter and jelly, but they were stuck together. This is what is helping or hindering us, and this is definitely helping us, because I just said that this is karmic. This is our fated destiny that we wrote in our book of life, in our contract, in our book of life, in the Akashic records, that if we would ever get to the stage of higher consciousness, that then we could step into this judgment day and step into a new phase of our life, step into this rebirth, as Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, is very close now and is playing a major role in those in the collective stepping into a new role. So these two cards are helping us in a tremendous way for the Wheel of Fortune now to turn in our favor, to present us with Gabriel blowing his trumpet about a new day of resurrection for many of us, as we will be presented with those blessings of breakthroughs and miracles. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Next, what is at the base of this reading? Well, we have moving on, plain and simple. We have, many of us, the last 17, 18, 20 years, been in a cycle in which it didn't really matter what we did. It certainly, we might have gotten some results, but it wasn't the results that we really wanted and desired to get. But we are definitely going on to smoother waters now. We have decided that where we were, the jobs that were not that we were not resonating with, the relationships that we were not resonating with, the places that we were living perhaps not resonating with, either we moved on or Spirit moved us on, and now we are going to calmer waters. So that's at the base of the reading. Next, in the past position, we have the Knight of Wands. Now, they're saying that everything that we've done in the past has led us to this point of then going forward. So we have two movement cards here. Six of Swords and the Knight of Wands are very much those cards of getting excited to travel, movement. The fire in this card, see the flame in his hat and also on his tunic. He's just so on fire to start something new. And that's what's brewing in us under this Aries full moon. It's getting us ready because of those breakthroughs and miracles that are coming to fire us up to now step into new jobs, new positions, taking new opportunities. Whereas before we might have been a little bit reluctant to step forward. But now after all that we've been through, we are more than ready to step forward. The possible outcome is people giving us money. Hooray! Or having enough money to give to others. This is the giving and the receiving card. We have two sixes. We have the Six of Swords, and here we have the Six of Pentacles. Now this is those out there, maybe in positions of authority, that want to connect and collaborate with us, and are going to be offering us positions to step into. Possibly we will come into a windfall of money, and then we will establish some systems or structures or new businesses or new opportunities to then humanely give to others so that they can prosper. It is a time of prosperity. Certainly this, going through this Arcturus gateway that opened up for us on October 16th and will be open until tomorrow evening or tomorrow night, October 19th, is all about prosperity. It's about our spiritual attainment, which is absolutely priceless, but it's also about those abundant breakthroughs. Now, the near future is another pentacle card. This is being publicly recognized. It's being publicly rewarded for our skills and our abilities and talents, for, again, people to connect and want to collaborate with us and perhaps joining their systems and structures of light in order to add our special energy, our energetic signature, if you were, to increase the light in these creative endeavors, in these projects that are being forged at this time. And there are so many on the planet that where many people have said the systems are broken, the systems that were forged under corruption and dark agendas. And now we, the people, are making our own systems and structures to take the place of those, and to be able to assist those to help themselves and to also contribute to increasing the light on the planet. The next one, lovely, we have the beautiful sun. That's our psychological state. That's how we see ourselves now. We see ourselves as powerful, multidimensional beings that can express ourselves freely and live in joy and unity and acceptance, harmony and love, and this joy that is resurfacing for many is quite surprising. You know, to live in the higher consciousness of the fifth dimension and higher is to capture or recapture the joy we felt as children. And not every childhood was joyful, but there were parts of it, which is inherent in every child, to just be happy for happiness' sake. There is no but after it. It is just a happiness and a joy from being alive and being our extraordinary, special, and unique selves. Next card coming out for us, we have the partnerships card. This is partnerships in business. It's partnerships in careers, in those collaborations I spoke about. And yes, many people, having raised their vibrational frequency, will be drawing to themselves loving, romantic relationships in which you live in harmony, and you're like two trains going on down on parallel tracks. And you face challenges together, but there are never challenges within the relationship because you've brought everything into balance. Some people call this a twin flame relationship. I have been in a twin flame relationship, Angel Ariel, for the past 21 years. And we'll be celebrating our anniversary on November 15th. These are beautiful, beautiful, kind of like secret weapons on the planet. That exponentially adds so much light and so much love to the planet. But be prepared and ready to meet those like-minded people who are most like us in energetic signature. The last card we have here is another 6. Wow. We have 3 6s here, and it's about victory. The 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands is definitely a card of victory, of triumph, of promotions, of rewards, of a job well done. Not only feeling so good about ourselves, what we have triumphed over of the last 20 years, of what we contracted to go through, but feeling really good about ourselves. And now those who will see the triumph in our lives and what we have gone through, perhaps, and have admired that. They want that as part of their organizations or their businesses, or they want to create along with you this feeling of victory. So beautiful, beautiful Celtic cross there. Haven't done one in quite a while. So let's go to my Angel Healing House card and see what card we have here. Perfect. It's the Ace of Swords. This is the victory card. This is the breakthrough card. Because like the eagles in my card, we've had the courage and the bravery to face what we co-created for our with spirit and for our souls to go through, and we have found our way to unconditional love, taking responsibility for our lives, non-judgment, gratitude, and forgiveness, especially for ourselves. And now is breakthrough time. That number 1 there. Number 1 is a card of new beginnings. It's also the card of leadership. As I said, many will be stepping in to those leadership positions now and being offered much. Let's go to our divine doors and complete today's reading. Okay, Posse of Angels. How many? 3. Okay, 3 cards. Let's see. Well, that kind of jumped. It kind of jumped, but it didn't really turn over, so let's try again. Okay. All right, come on. Let's have a jump and see what messages we can have for this. Naturally, another one jumped on the floor. Okay. All right, so we have 2 here. All right, come on. You'll excuse me while I bend down and get this card. Okay, so we have this one, and one more. Let's see if we can make it jump on the table. Okay, land on the table, please. Oh, okay. All right, that one's on the floor. This one is not on the floor. Okay, well, we've got, the first card is Sunset. Look at that beautiful card shining through there at sunset. So the first thing that this is reminding me of is the card of the world. That sunset on the mission that we've had, at least for the last 20 years, and we are now poised with these energies from the Arcturus Gateway to now step into the new sunrise of our lives. But sunset, it says here, time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns. So that's what we're closing the door on. That completion for that old world of ours. Many of us, and as I've spoken to many of my clients that say, you know, when they try to think back to their former lives, it's like it's not there. There's no attachment anymore. There's no triggering. There's no more reaction. And they just get such a good feeling of accomplishment, having transcended the anger, the sadness, the bitterness, the revenge, the resentment, all of those things, defensiveness. And now all they've come back to, or they've ascended to, is those fifth dimensional energies of love, compassion, forgiveness, and peace and harmony for everyone. The next card that's come out, I think this has come out for two weeks in a row. There's a beautiful, beautiful doors there. And it's the three-eyed raven. How about that? I just mentioned sunset. It says, a sunrise hits upon the dew. A messenger raven caws out with news. And news is definitely coming in as we prepare ourselves to wrap up this beautiful season of balance and harmony and partnerships and beauty, truth and justice. In Libra season, we're about to enter into Scorpio, which has a big sting and is going to reveal a lot of things for us. And as confirmation for that card, we get a yes. Yes, kiss the ground, touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and to fly. The card that fell on the floor is this one, and it's called Walkabout. Now that we are released from our former life, in which we did very well to that life of challenge and also the life of triumphing over those challenges, you discover your path is sacred walkabout. The trees are your people, the earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. And might I add, the posse of angels is adding that we had not only the will to survive, to come full circle with the world card, but because it's a new beginning, we are stepping into an era of light when we will not merely survive, but we will thrive. So I hope that's all been helpful for you. Remember, if you're interested in any of my services, please go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. And that number is 831-277-3716. Go out, everyone, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. Remember that Walking Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom airs every week. I really try valiantly to post them every Saturday. Sometimes it lapses over into Sunday, but most of the times it's Saturday. So have a beautiful week, everyone. I'm wishing you love and, of course, angel blessings. And I so look forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.